Good morning. Today we will discuss regarding types of dies. Now, on the basis of construction of dies, there are two types. First, it is a conventional die, and second, it is a inverted die. Now, we will see the basic difference between conventional dies and inverted dies. So, in a conventional dies, punch holder fastened to the ram of the press, and the die shoe, it is connected or it is mounted on a blaster plate. Punch is connected to the punch holder and aligned with the opening in the die block using guide pins. Stripper holds the scrap strip so that the punch may pull out of the hole. So we will see the constructional or the construction of the conventional die. So at the top you can see there is a ram and the punch holder, that is also called the upper shoe, it is connected to the ram, and the punch, it is connected to the punch holder. At the bottom there is a blaster plate. On the blaster plate there is a lower shoe, or the it is also called a die holder, and on the die holder or die shoe the die block, it is mounted. Now regarding the working, when the ram moves in a downward direction, then the so when the ram that will move in a downward direction, the punch enters into the die cavity. So that is a working of the conventional die. Now next type, that is inverted die. So in this, die and punch positions that are interchange. So reason behind that is the opening in the blaster plate is too small to permit the finished part to pass through the blaster opening in case of conventional die. So in this die block, it is connected or it is mounted on a punch holder, and punch, it is mounted on a die shoe. So the punch and die positions that are interchange. As the ram descends, the blank is sheared from the strip. So the punch is forced through the scrap strip, and the spring attached to the stripper is compressed and loaded. On the upstroke of the ram, the shader pushes the blank out of the die opening, and the stripper forces the scrap strip of the punch. So you can see the construction of the inverted dies. On the top, at the top of the diagram, you can see there is a punch holder, and the die block, it is connected to the punch holder. At the bottom there is a die shoe, or it is also called the lower shoe, and the punch, it is connected or it is mounted on a die shoe. So when the ram, it moves down, so punch that enters into the die cavity. So in this, the punch and die positions that are interchange. Now regarding the classification, another classification. So according to the type of press operations, the dies are classified as cutting dies and forming dies. So cutting dies that are used to cut the metal, they utilize the cutting or shearing action. So the common cutting dies are blanking dies, piercing dies, perforating dies, notching dies, trimming dies, shaving dies, etc. And forming dies change the appearance of the blank without removing any stock. So there is a no cutting or shearing occurs in case of forming dies. So common forming dies are bending dies, drawing dies, squeezing dies. Now according to the method of operation, the dies are classified as simple die, compound die, combination die, progressive die, transfer die, and multiple die. So these all dies are cutting dies. So first we will see the construction and working of the cutting dies, and after that we will see the forming dies. So first is simple die. So simple dies or single action dies perform single operation for each stroke of the press slide. The operation may be one of the cutting or forming operations. So single operation dies are used when there are only blanking or piercing or simple trimming and cutting operations that are carried out. These dies perform single operation for each stroke of the press slide. So single operation die may be blanking die or piercing die. Then second category, that is compound die or the compound dies. In these dies, two or more operations may be performed at one station. Such dies are considered as cutting tool since only cutting operations are carried out. So you can see the construction of compound die. You can see at the top of the diagram there is a blanking punch, and at the bottom you can see the piercing punch. So it combines the principles of conventional and inverted dies in one station. Workpiece is pierce and blank in one station and in one operation. The piercing punch is fastened in conventional position to the punch holder, and die opening for piercing is machined into the blanking punch. The blanking punch and the blanking die open are mounted in an inverted position. The blanking punch is fastened to the die shoe. The blanking die opening is fastened to the punch holder. So you can see the blanking punch and the piercing punch. Now in these dies, two or more operations may be performed at one station. Such dies are considered as cutting tools since only cutting operations are carried out. So figure shows a simple compound die in which a washer is made by one stroke of the press. You can see the metal strip that is placed. There is a strippers that are used to hold. The washer is produced by simultaneous blanking and piercing operation. So in this, the blanking punch that will move in a downward direction to blank the outer portion. At the same time, the piercing punch moves in a upward direction, piercing the hole. So the washer that will be produced simultaneously by blanking and piercing operation. So the next type of die is the combination die. So in this die also more than one operation may be performed at one station. It is different from compound die in that in this die a cutting operation is combined with bending or drawing operation. Due to that it is called combination die. So you can see the combination die. There is a blanking punch at the top, and by machining the drawing die it is made at the bottom of the blanking punch, and at the bottom there is a drawing die. So in this type of dies, cutting operation is combined with non-cutting operation or forming operation. The cutting operations may include blanking, piercing, trimming, etc., and are combined with non-cutting operations like bending, extruding, forming, etc. So in this die, more than one operation may be performed at one station. It differs from compound die in that in this die, a cutting operation is combined with bending or drawing operation. The die ring, which is mounted on the die shoe, is counterbored at the bottom to allow the flange of a pad to travel up and down. This pad is held flush with the face of the die by a spring. A drawing punch is required shape is fastened to the die shoe. So you can see the drawing punch. A blanking punch is secured to the punch holder. A spring stripper strips the skeleton from the blanking punch. A knockout extending through the center opening and through the punch stem ejects the part on the upstroke as it comes in a contact with the knockout bar on the press. So at the top you can see the knockout bar to eject the component. In operation, the blank holding ring descends as the part is blank, and then the drawing punch contacts and forces the blank into the drawing die, which is made in the blanking punch. So that is a working of the combination die. So next is progressive die. A progressive die has a series of operations. At each station, an operation is performed on a workpiece during a stroke of the press. So you can see the diagram. So you can see at the right hand side there is a piercing punch that is used to pierce a hole at the start. Then that work it is transferred to the next station, that is under the blanking punch, which will cut the outer portion of the washer. So there is a piercing punch, and at the left hand side you can see there is a blanking punch, and both the punches that are connected to the common punch holder. So when the punch holder that is connected to the ram that will move down, so simultaneously two operations that will be performed in the workpiece, and at the bottom there are the dies for the piercing punch and for the blanking punch. So washer it is produced in a single stroke of the ram. So progressive or follow on die has a series of stations. At each station an operation is performed on a workpiece during a stroke of the press. So these dies perform two or more operations at different stages every time the ram descends. The stock strip is advanced or it is fed forward through a series of stations that perform one or more distinct operation on workpiece. The strip must move from the first through each successive station to produce a complete workpiece. The distance from one station to the next must be same. Each operation performs an operation on the workpiece so that workpiece is completed when the last operation has been accomplished. So we will see the working. Between stroke, a piece in the metal strip is transferred to the next station. A finished workpiece is made at each stroke of the press. All the stations work simultaneously and complete operation is carried out in a single stroke at various stations. So regarding the working, so first piercing punch cuts a hole in a stock. So that is the first station. At the first station, the hole that will be pierced in a stock. Then in the next position, the blanking punch blanks out the portion of the metal in which a hole had been pierced at the previous station. So after piercing the hole in a sheet, the sheet is fed forward to the next station where the blanking punch that will come down to cut the outer portion. So there is a guide pin. So when you move the sheet in a next station, so guide pin that is called the pilot that will enter in a previously pierced hole. At the same time, the blanking punch that will cut the outer portion of the material or the work, producing a final product. Thus, after the first stroke, when only a hole will be punched, each stroke of the press produces the finished washer. So that is a working of the progressive die. So at the bottom you can see the product, it is shown. At the left hand side you can see only a hole, it is produced in a strip. Then in a next station, the pilot along with the blanking punch that will enter into the previously pierced hole, and the blanking punch that will cut the outer portion of the washer, producing the washer in a simultaneous operation or in a single stroke. So you can see, so there is a first step at the top, there is a first step, then next is the work, it is transferred to the next station, like that it is shown. Then transfer dies. Unlike the progressive dies where the stroke is fed progressively from one station to another, in transfer dies the already cut blanks are fed mechanically from one station to another station. So this is a diagram of transfer dies. There is a draw die, then the trim die, and the flange die. So part flow or the direction of the moving of the part, it is shown, that is from left to right. At the first there is a drawing operation. So the raw material, it is placed on a die. So when the punch, it will moves down, it will draws the operation, then it is transferred to the next station, that is a trimming that is carried out, and last one there is a flange die, that is the final product that will be produced. Then multiple dies. So multiple or gang dies produce two or more workpiece at each stroke of the press. A gang or number of simple dies or punches are ganged together to produce two or more parts at each stroke of the press. So this is an example of multiple dies. So multiple products that you can produce by using multiple dies. Now, on the basis of the press operation, so another category, that is a forming dies. So in a forming dies, only it changed the appearance of the blank without removing any stock. So there is a no shearing of the material. So these operations are bending and drawing operations. So in a bending, in this type, the contour of the punch and the die determines the final shape of the sheet metal stock. So there are two dies are shown. First it is a V bending die and another it is a edge bending die. The next is drawing operation. So drawing dies, so in fact it is a drawing dies. So drawing operation, it is a process of forming a flat piece of metal, or it is called the blank, into the hollow shape by means of punch, which causes the blank to flow into the die cavity. So that is so for this operation the dies used, it is called a drawing dies. So you can see there is a die at the bottom, at the top there is a punch which is connected to the ram that will moves down when the ram moves in a downward direction, and there is a blank holder to hold the edges of the blank. So when the punch, it will moves down, it causes the blank to flow into the die cavity. You can see in a second diagram, that is a drawing operation. So you can form the cup shape objects by using drawing operation. So this is regarding the types of dies. Thank you.